When you're living in your moment, when you're living in your own space, in your own life, when you are taking responsibility for what it is that you are here to do and how it is you are here to know yourself, willpower is a very, very important something. To have the will to make a commitment to that journey that you're on, to make a dedication to yourself, to remain in the power of that will in order to allow yourself to achieve what it is you want. But if you leave it up to you and you alone, surely you're going to stumble and fall. Surely it's going to happen. Because there are moments in life when you are not feeling so strong emotionally. There are moments in life when you're not so strong physically, moments in life when you're not so strong mentally or spiritually. And when those moments come in, as the old saying goes, you're only as strong as the weakest link. A team is only as strong as the weakest link. So when part of you is weak with yourself, even the strongest part of you has only got the pulling power, the expression power of that weakest point. So it's super important to have something more than just will, the will to achieve. There must be a knowing. When I grew up in a church faith, in a home that believed in a church-based faith, and that was a journey that brought me into understanding the idea of what faith is. And then as I expanded and explored beyond traditional religion and church-based faith, but I held on to the idea of what faith is, I realized that there is something behind me that gives me the will and the power within that will, and it's important for me to surrender not just to my willpower and the commitment, but also to surrender to that which is behind it, that which is the source within me, the source from which I come, that thing I call faith. So it's a journey of willpower and faith, a knowing, a journey of knowing. It's way beyond belief. Belief is something that's beautiful and important, to believe something and to believe in something. It's like understanding the power of love and being in love. They are very different, they are very connected, but they are very different in terms of what their true expressions are. So to believe something and to believe in something are connected but very different. To know something is a whole different level of consciousness. To know something is to sit into that knowing and do not question it. If you say you know it but you question it, the truth is you don't know it. The truth is that you are acting as if, and you are using the willpower to a commitment, or the willpower to make a commitment, the willpower to make something occur according to your map of understanding, your map of reality, your map of psychology, your map of consciousness. But when you surrender to what the map is and where the map comes from, and the one that wrote the true map, which is the deepest part of who you are, that part of you that is way, way, way beyond your logic, way beyond what you know you can do and you know you have to do to achieve a result in life. You have to go way beyond your mindset. Way beyond it. It's a funny thing about trying to get beyond the mind, into the space where the mindlessness is allowed to influence. Because the mind only has the mind to go beyond the mind. So that's why you surrender the mind. Because it only has itself. And it will always keep you within it, so you have to surrender it. The contradiction is you use the mind and the mindfulness to find the conversation and the story you need to let go of the mind and the mindfulness. You have to learn to navigate the contradictions. You have to learn to navigate the opposing forces that say we cannot coexist, but the opposing forces that you know in life are coexisting. The opposing force in you that says you can and the opposing force that says you can't. This is always the way it is. This is always the way the story has been. And there is only one story, and the story is to make peace with the self, to make peace in the conversation you're having with yourself. Because in peace you will allow silence, and in silence you will get to that place where there is no need for thoughtfulness, mindfulness, and that will be an inspiration as to who it is you truly are, where it is you are truly from, what it is you are authentically, truly experiencing as you are here in this moment experiencing yourself. And from that space you create. It can be horrifying letting go of everything that you know, truly, and surrendering and letting the nothing have you. It's letting death have you. But when you begin to understand your fundamental nature, you'll realize that death is super important. Let the death happen today. The death of who you think you are. The death of the way the day was meant to turn out. And let the life that comes from that change, let whatever that is, take you and have you and hold you and guide you and caress you. It's just you doing those things for yourself. And tomorrow you wake up and you hold on to this moment, and as you manifest, you'll realize that it is holding on to this moment that allows you to manifest as you need for you to hold on to this moment. And as you manifest as you need in order to hold on to this moment you're holding on to allows you to hold on to yourself that is aware of what it means to hold on to this moment. You're learning to manifest by really doing very little, by being all that you are and doing little. So when the body moves to take care of something in the world, of course you're doing things, but your being is allowing the doing to be the least it needs to be in order to achieve the greatest result and the greatest outcome, because it is aligned with who it is you are being, who it is that you are, what it is that you are in this moment, which is what this moment is all about. Learn to navigate the contradictions, learn to navigate the things that don't make sense and the things that do make sense. They all make sense and none of them make sense. Be at peace. Let the manifestation rise up within you. Some days you have to do, some days you have to be, some days you have to be the doing, some days you have to do the being. Some days you don't know what it is, some days you don't want to do anything or be anything, and that's okay too. It's all okay. Whatever this moment is bringing you, whatever this moment represents, it's perfect. Just let it be what it is. Stop the fight with the self. Make peace, agree to let it be without an end, without an agreement, without an understanding, without making sense, without a closure, without a full stop, without a completion of any kind. Just let it be what it is. It is already complete. Because it is an expression of you and you are already complete. I'm Marcus James. It's nice to speak to you. Thank you for being here. Press like, share, subscribe, forward this to a friend. Don't just be in your moment, whatever is natural, whatever is good. And I'll see you very soon. And thank you once again for the time and for the opportunity to share with you and to be with you.